What's good, YouTube? Blaze Shadowthorn here, once again, back again, Wi-Fi battle. This one's gonna be against Colby. I had it in a Malvo 19 stream, so you know I try and hang around as many people's streams as I possibly can, since I don't stream as many as I would like to. I would like to get back into streaming, but I just have to find the time to actually set out, 3-4 hours, because, I like to stream for a long period of time rather than a short period of time. But anyways, looking at this battle, it's a team I kind of concocted that I really like it. It looks kind of weird, but I really wanted to use Volcarona because I haven't used Volcarona in forever. So that's the team. As you can see, looking over at my opponent's team, it's not. I don't know what to think about it. I mean, it's cool, but it has that Sableye on it, which could be his Mega. He also has that Jellicent, so a lot of fat things. But then he has a Raichu as well, so I'm not entirely sure what to think about that. Anyways, I'm gonna start out with Mystical, the nice Zangoose, as he leads off with Jellyking. Unfortunately for me, I forgot to update the set because this was a set I ran back in 5th gen. Actually, no, it was 6th gen, but it was before Knockoff got the big boost on it. So I do have Night Slash on it instead of Knockoff, which I have since updated it. And if I would have potentially had Knockoff, that could have been a KO, because if I scored a high damage roll like I did, that is a KO. I did a Calc on it. But anyways, it's gonna Scald me, can't burn me because I'm already poisoned, which is great news for me. So, it looks like I can knock out his Jellicent if he doesn't switch out, and he doesn't, which means I am able to knock out that Jellicent, which is one less threat I have to worry about. I really contemplated going for the Facade right here to predict the switch out, but I figured rather be safe than sorry, and it does work out for me. He's gonna go now out into the Batman, the Crobat. Right here, I kind of really wanted to preserve Mystical, but at the same time, I wasn't entirely sure. I kind of figured like a U-turn maybe, and I could live it, perhaps, but he opts to set up a sub instead, so I'm thinking this is more a defensive Crobat, which, if it was running more defensive Crobat, probably might be better to have a Violite Golbat, maybe? But, doesn't seem to be the case. He's gonna keep on subbing down, I guess, trying to have the poison kill me off, which, he could just easily go for like a Brave Bird or something like that, kill me off, but, whatever. He's keep on subbing down, I guess, waiting for something to happen. I wasn't entirely sure, but later on it does make sense. He's gonna go for the Cross Poison now of all times, which of course if he would have subbed down one more time, it wouldn't have made much difference because Poison would kill me off eventually. So, I'm not entirely sure what he's going on there, but anyways, I choose to go out into Lamo just because I do have Psychic on this thing. This is my Mega on the team, my Mega Slowbro, because I haven't used the Mega Slowbro I don't think ever in a Wi-Fi battle, or one that I've uploaded. I might have used one once, and it didn't work out very well for me, but anyways, he's gonna U-turn off. That's fine by me. It does pitiful damage because I'm a Mega Slowbro, and Mega Slowbro is really, really freaking good. He's gonna go out now onto his Sapphire, his Sableye thingy, and I'm just gonna set up a Calm Mind. I'm just gonna set up a Calm Mind, raise my special attack and special defense, and then he's gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp, which I kind of expected. Didn't Mega Evolve, which kind of thought was a little strange, but I'm not really thinking too much about it at this point in time. Just gonna go for Scald, and good lord, that Scald did way too much damage. I'm like, what? That Scald did way too much damage. And he goes for Foul Play, so I'm like, okay, so it looks like the old traditional Swagger set, except obviously Swagger's banned, but then he reveals Life Orb, so I'm like, oh, okay, Life Orb. It's not bad. I mean, offensive Sableye, it could work, but I just don't think he played his Sableye to the best of his ability, but, I'm not complaining too much. He's gonna go out back out into Batman. Gonna sub, I guess predicting me to go for a Slack Off, which I probably should have done, but I really feel like people stall too much with Sully Pokemon, and I do have that +1 up there, so I'm just gonna go for a Psychic, just trying to kill off as many threats as I possibly can before I do eventually die off to be burned. Because I know, based off that U-turn damage, I could probably take a U-turn right here. I could probably take an Acrobatics or a Brave Bird, as he does reveal the Acrobatics right here, which I am able to take on 14 HP, which now kind of makes sense why he was running the sub Citrus Berry. Although, it could be, there are other, ways to do that, run the Acrobatics set without sub Citrus Berry. And also, he didn't have the right HP investment. As you saw, he had the 1 odd HP, so anyways. He's gonna go out into Foxy, the Ninetales, as I go out into my Donphan. He goes for the Confuse Ray, which I'm like, okay, this is just going to be annoying, because he does have that Latios on there, and I ended up going for the Choice Banded Play Rough because I am a Choice Banded Donphan. Fortunately for me, though, I didn't get Hidden Confusion. Ended up going for the Play Rough, predicting to switch out into Latios because I really thought he'd predict me to go for the EQ. Obviously, after that, I can't stay in here because I am choice locked into this, so I'm going to go on to Annabelle, my Florigist, to take the Flamethrower, Heat Wave, Fire Blast, whatever fire type attack he wants to go for, just because I wanted to preserve my my Sturdy. So he's gonna keep on doing this thing. He's gonna Confuse Ray me, and this is where all the hacks that I sort of got on my end kind of comes back a little bit. He starts. I hit myself in Confusion, so that's fine. You know, he's gonna go for the Heat Wave. Cool beans. I take more damage. But right here is another place where I could have stalled if I really wanted to. Of course, I have myself in Confusion again, so, you know, at that point in time, it really doesn't matter. But if I really wanted to, I could have played the Wish Recover game. But at the same time, I really just don't want to. You know, I really have no desire to first stall. It makes for a really stale match, you know. I'm just going to hit that thing up with a Moonblast. It does really nice damage. Unfortunately for me, I don't get the special defense drop, which would have been really nice. And he's going to go for that Confuse Ray again. So I'm like, oh, okay, I see it. I see the hacks game you're trying to play, banking on the hacks. Fortunately for me, though, I am able to break out of Confusion. This time, hit up that thing with another Moonblast. Unfortunately for me, it is able to live on a non-existent Focus Sash. On top of that, it does decide to miss his Heat Wave, but really doesn't matter because I'm hit myself in Confusion this turn regardless. Gonna go for the Heat Wave. If he would have hit that Heat Wave, yes, he would have knocked out Annabelle, but I really don't think in the long run it would have mattered because I do have counters for that. I do have a priority Mach Punch from my Breloom. I also have my Donphan, and I have my Firefly as well, my Volcarona. So I do have things for that thing, even if he would have knocked me out there. As it is, I'm just gonna sack off this Florigist to this Latios right here. Regardless, it really didn't matter too much. So that thing dies, but now I get a clean switch out into my Donphan, and my Donphan does have the Choice Banded Play Rough, as it reveals the Mega Latios right here, which caught me completely off guard. I mean, looking back on it and looking at his team, it was pretty much the only thing outside the Sableye that could have Mega Evolved, and since he didn't Mega Evolve with his Sableye, it kind of makes sense that he would be running a Mega Latios. I don't know why, but it's just you don't really see the Mega Lati twins anymore. However, I'm able to live, and I'm able to knock it out with a Play Rough right there. And he was like, what? He was really stunned by that. It's like you've never seen an offensive Donphan before. So he goes out into his Raichu, he knocks it off, and he's like, oh my god, you're running a Choice Banded Donphan? What is this madness? And I was like, yeah, Choice Banded Donphan, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Anyways, gonna go out into the Firefly now, as he opts to go for Nuzzle, which is like, okay, crits me, paralyzes me, but the para was 100% chance anyway, so really the crit was the only thing that was like, eh. It was only like, eh. But, you know, at the same time, look how much that Flamethrower did, so I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining whatsoever. He's gonna go for the Thunder Punch right here, kind of hoping for Flame Body, not gonna lie, but I end up getting paralyzed instead, so, you know, kind of wishing for hacks. I get hacks, you know, it's sort of that play. But anyways, kind of weird that he's running a mixed Raichu. I mean, mixed Raichus are viable, but I kind of figured he might have like Thunderbolt if he's running Nuzzle as well. Unfortunately for him, fortunately for me, I'm able to live on the 1 HP. Again, it doesn't matter because I do have a Focus Sash Breloom in my back pocket with the Spore and the Mach Punch. So even if he would have knocked me out, I still could have brought in that thing, lived on 1 HP, gotten off a Spore, and then pretty much won the game there. So I did have the game in the bag. So, you know, hopefully you enjoyed, rate, comment, sub, and I will see you all next Wi-Fi battle.